Welcome to the English Lake District. It's in the north of England. I think it's one of the most beautiful places in the world, and I think it's one of the best places to experience a proper English spring. I'm surrounded by green, I'm surrounded by the sounds of nature. So I thought I'd come here and let you know the 10 spring fragrances I'm most looking forward to wearing this year. The first fragrance is one from Parfumeur, and this is the EDP version of a fragrance that I actually thought was a perfect winter fragrance because it had notes of rum and coffee and chocolate. This one still has those notes, but it's lighter, it's a little greener, it's a little earthier. It is the spring version of Parfumeur's 502 Iris Cartagena. The original extrait iteration was a cozy, comforting, gourmand delight. This brighter, fresher EDP retains the cozy, comforting qualities of the creamy sandalwood, roasted coffee and chocolate, but the volume of the mandarin and petitgrain is turned up, which injects the scent with a versatility the extrait doesn't have. It's all executed with class and sophistication, and it's perfectly calibrated to shine as a transitional spring scent. 502 extrait autumn winter, 502 EDP spring summer, Parfumeur got me covered, simple. This next fragrance is one that I discovered in Cannes in France. It's from a brand I love called Memo Paris, and this one's called Odéon. It's another very classy head-turning scent. The rose is indulgent and jammy, even leaning into gourmand territory. For a rose scent to be wearable for me, it needs to have an edge, and here it has an edge of an earthy green smell, which not only brings a pleasing masculine character, but also aligns with those natural springtime aromas that are swirling all around me in this beautiful woodland. It's a bit of a head-turner, so springtime evening special occasion scent. There's some great fragrances in the Armani Privé line, but this one is one that I think is just perfect for spring, and it even comes in a green bottle. Vert Malachite. The themes that run through Armani's Privé line are luxury and statement making. Vert Malachite uses creamy indolic white florals to create an enveloping, heady, sensual experience. It's the punchy fresh pink pepper and petitgrain that initially grab attention, then the smooth, creamy vanilla and white florals pull you deep into the scent. There's an easygoing, assured confidence that make this a very satisfying springtime wear. Because of the smooth, creamy indolic white florals of this, I find it quite sensual, so for that reason I'd say this is perfect for a spring date night scent. I'm a big fan of Givenchy's Gentleman Society line, but the latest release I think is the one that is most perfect for spring. It's lighter, it's fresher, it even contains daffodil, which is the quintessential spring flower, right? This is Givenchy Gentleman Society Sport. Make no mistake, we are firmly in mass appealing designer territory here, so this is an easy reach for spring. There's a fresh, crisp, assertive, gentlemanly quality that would work equally as well for a formal occasion as it would as a springtime sporty scent. It's vibrant and energetic. Kind of like spring. Daffodil in a fresh fragrance, it doesn't get more perfect for spring. This one might not be the longest lasting scent, but on a spring day, it does the job. I only recently discovered this fragrance at an event at Givenchy in London. It's from Electimuss. This is Reverie Haze. Lots going on here. Heady white florals, tropical fruits, fresh greens with an indulgent creamy vanilla. All good stuff, but what really makes this work for me is the more robust, deeper notes of oud and leather. They give backbone and attitude which underpin the whole scent. It's definitely a head turner. Hey, look, I know not everyone's bothered about compliments with fragrances, but if you are, this is one that is highly likely to get some attention, to get some positive attention, and probably quite a few compliments. I'm actually in the perfect place to be talking about this fragrance because it's inspired by a forest. Okay, it's a pine forest and it's a Mediterranean forest, and this is neither of those things, but it's a forest. This is one of my favorite releases of the year from one of my favorite perfumers, Quentin Biche, from Chloé. It's Sulipan. Think of an aromatic pine forest on the coast with a warm, salty sea breeze gently blowing through it. There's a green camphorous accord and a resinous woody depth that brings some real character and panache to the scent. This is part of Chloé's Atelier des Fleurs collection, which is inspired by the Mediterranean coastline, and it really does transport you there. I love how natural smelling and how much it reminds me of nature, and that's something I'm always looking for in a spring fragrance. It's another Biche banger. Every year, I try not to include this fragrance in my top 10 spring fragrances, but I just can't help it. This fragrance is so perfect for spring. Roja Parfums Burlington 1819. Every time I come to pick out my favorites for spring rotation, this is like a magnet for my eyes because it always pulls me in and I just can't resist wearing it this time of year. There's fresh citrus fruit, mint, tobacco, ginger, vanilla, and even a little splash of rum. All these elements blend so smoothly and effortlessly, making it so easy to wear. But the real magic of Burlington 1819 is that it demands attention in the best possible way. It's fresh, it's earthy, it's green, it's mossy, but most of all, it's luxurious smelling. So if you want something really high quality, you're never going to go wrong with Roja Parfums. And this one, I think, is the best for spring. I'm doing it. I'm including one of my all-time favorite designer fragrances. I've had this for years. I've loved it for years. Dior Sauvage Parfum takes that quintessential gentlemanly DNA of the original EDT and infuses it with more attitude and modernity. Bright citrusy sparkle, whilst aromatic lavender and vetiver bring an intense masculinity. Such a classy scent that's become a springtime staple for me. I know Sauvage Parfum has been around for a few years now, but it's been a favorite of mine for a few years. Just works so well in the spring because it's green, it's sparkly, but it's got enough depth and enough complexity to really pack some punch and make a statement. I love House of Sillage. They make so many great wearable fragrances that tend to be very refined and sophisticated and gentlemanly. In fact, they even have a range of fragrances in the Gentleman's collection. This is their first gentleman's fragrance and it's actually one of the best. Dignified. What we have here is a strong, woody, spicy, masculine scent that oozes class. It's got a little bit of a modern style sweetness which makes the scent as relevant today as when it was released a decade ago. There's a timeless sophistication which works for any occasion, casual or formal, and also any time of year. But if you want something that hums with the energy of spring but that doesn't bring that usual mossy green spring accord, Dignified is certainly one to check out. I've just been finding this fragrance so enjoyable to wear, like really satisfying. It's sexy, it's warming, it's sensual, it smells very modern, it smells very masculine, it is refined and dignified and very gentlemanly. So I guess I'm enjoying it because it ticks a lot of boxes. You can't really go wrong with a Dior fragrance. I love the brand, I own a lot of Dior scents, and this is one that I choose to wear in the spring. Dior Homme, the 2020 version. Another quintessential modern masculine scent. No powdery lipsticky iris here. You need Dior Homme Original or Dior Homme Intense for that. This newer formulation centers on an intense, slightly dry woodiness. Spring isn't just about green notes and florals. As you can see in this forest all around me, there's a lot of wood. And at this time of year, as the temperature starts to rise, all the woodland warms with it and brings an aroma you can only find this time of year. Much like the woodland, Dior Homme warms with the skin and produces a scent that is truly signature worthy. When this fragrance was first released and there wasn't the iris in it like in the original Dior Homme, I was close to dismissing it, but I'm glad that I stuck with it and wore it because now I would choose this as a Dior springtime fragrance over the original Dior Homme. I said it. Thanks for joining me in a location that means so much to me. It's great to be able to share it with you. That's one of the things I love about being able to make these videos. I can bring you into places that are special to me. What do you think about my spring fragrance recommendations? Have you tried any of them or all of them? And also I'd love to know which spring fragrances you're most looking forward to wearing this year. So drop those down in the comments. If you liked this beautiful location, please give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already. And if you do that, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching and have a great spring.